Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Canon RF 50mm f1.8. I'll be giving some first impressions of this lens because I've only just got it, and I'll be showing some sample photos that I've just quickly taken in my back garden and in this studio itself, just to show off some photos to see what you think about it. My first impressions when it came out of the box is that it's super light and super small. I mean, just look how small this lens actually is. Like, it can literally just fit in the palm of my hand, and it's about the same size as my Pop Funko Spider-Man figure. So you can really see how small this lens actually is and how light it is. So this really does make it good for travel and everyday photography, really, because it really does feel like this lens is not on your camera. I've got a Canon EOS R, and literally just by having this on the camera, it adds no additional weight to my camera at all. Honestly, it really doesn't feel like there's any lens on it. I will do a full review on this lens in the future, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that video. And I'll also leave the link in the description below for this lens if you want to go pick it up, because I really do recommend you do. I've not used a 50mm lens much, only on my 24-105 at the 50mm in that zoom, but I've rarely actually used it at the 50mm, mainly at 105. So I'm really happy I've got this 50mm prime lens, because obviously it's a fixed focal length, and by having that it means it can stop down to f1.8, so it can let tons of light in, so it's really good at low light situations. The 50mm focal length is really good for all types of photography. I'm really looking forward to really using it for car photography and product photography as well, but because of how small it is, it's going to be really good for street photography as well and everyday travel, really. So this lens is going to be good for everything. This is why I think this should be the first lens on any beginner photographer's list before they buy any other lens after their kit lens, even though I didn't. I've only just got it now, but considering of how good all types of photography is and how it can stop down to f1.8, I think this lens should be the first lens any beginner photographer buys, and not just because of them reasons, because it's coming in at Canon's cheapest lens that they offer for the RF system. You can grab this lens for about £180 to £220, depending if there are any deals on brand new. However though, being Canon's cheapest lens doesn't mean it's bad either. You can get some super sharp photos, the autofocus is really quick, and you can also get that lovely shallow depth of field and bokeh in the background of your images with the fast aperture it has. The only reason why it costs so much cheaper than other lenses is because it's not weather sealed, it's really small and really light, it's got no image stabilization, it's got no macro mode. All of them things that I just listed could also be pros as well, because without having them makes the lens smaller and lighter, which just obviously every photographer wants small and light lenses at the end of the day, and it also makes it the price that it is. So by being at a very reasonable price, you can get yourself such an amazing lens, and they still go with the metal lens mount as well, and you've also got a control ring on it as well, and you've got the focus to control ring switch here. There's still so many things packed into this lens, and at being around 180 to £200, I'd say, is honestly such a steal. If you want a 50mm prime lens for the Canon EOS R cameras, such as the EOS R, R5, R6, etc., you can either grab this lens here, the Canon RF 50mm f1.8, or you can get the Canon RF 50mm f1.2, but that's going to cost you over £2,000. So it's up to you which one you go for, but to be honest, I think I know exactly which one I'm going to go for. A lot of the time, you're not going to notice too much of a difference, especially if you're a beginner, because at the end of the day, they're still the same focal length. The only difference is, obviously, you can stop down to f1.2, but at cost, it's absolutely huge, and it's going to be really, really heavy. How important is weather sealing and that f1.2 aperture to you? If you want to get the best of the best results, I'm pretty sure that lens is faster focusing and sharper as well, I'd imagine, for being £2,000. But at the end of the day, everything you're going to need is going to be in this lens right here for about £2,000 cheaper. Like I mentioned earlier, I will do a full review on this lens, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that video. And again, like I mentioned earlier, the link is in the description if you do want to go pick it up. First impressions are really good. I've really enjoyed using it today in the back garden and in the studio using it. Being so small and light is really helpful as well, and just really nice to use. So I really do recommend this lens, and first impressions are very good. But anyway, that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. And you also might like these 4 videos here that I've done on previous Canon RF and EF lenses as well, if you want to go check them out. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.